California is earthquake country. Scientists say there's more than a 99% chance of major quake hitting in the next 30 years. The reality is thousands of older homes across the state are still sitting on shaky foundations or liquefaction zone. And with insurance situation getting worse and worse every day here, most homeowners in California are left exposed. Now, the big news for Californian homeowners and landlords, for the first time ever, the state is offering up to $10,000 in grant money to help not just homeowners, but also each landlord to retrofit their properties for earthquakes. Applications are open right now. The deadline is October 1st. Let's dive into what's new, who qualifies, and why this matters for everyone buying, selling, or renting properties in California. California sits on some of the most active faults in the country. In the Bay Area, we've got the San Andreas Fault running down the peninsula from Daly City to Palo Alto, and the Hayward Faults cutting through Oakland, Berkeley, all the way down to Fremont. Experts said it is overdue. And in Southern California, the San Andreas also runs through the Inland Empires with additional faults like the Newport, Inglewood, and Hollywood Fault running under Los Angeles. And don't forget Sacramento and Central Valley. They may not sit directly on a fault, but much of the ground is soft soil prone to liquefaction, meaning that the earth literally turns into liquid during an earthquake. So in case you don't know, the regular homeowner's insurance does not cover earthquake. A more recent Insurance Information Institute poll found that only about 13% of California's residents have earthquake coverage. The fact is, the earthquake insurance in California is expensive, and the deductibles are so high, like 15 to 25% of your home value, that most people won't see real protections. Therefore, the majority of the homes in California aren't protected against earthquake. That's why retrofitting your home is the most cost-effective ways to reduce risk. The California Residential Mitigation Program, or CRMP, was created in 2011 by the state and the California Earthquake Authority. Since then, more than 32,000 homes have received fundings or retrofits through its program called EBB, the Earthquake Brace and Bolt. But until now, only owner-occupied homes could apply. As of August 20th, 2025, the EBB program has expanded, and for the first time ever, landlords and rental property owners can now apply for grants in eligible zip codes throughout California, up to 5 homes per owner. This is big because it protects not only the property, but also renters who often live in California's most vulnerable homes. Over $20 million in funding is available this year across more than 1,100 plus zip codes statewide. But let's be clear, this is for single-family homes and small rentals, like the 1 to 4 units only, and they must be on raised foundation with cross space that can be braced and bolted. So if you own those big 10-unit apartments, you should look into multifamily seismic retrofit programs. So what exactly are these retrofitting doing to your property to protect them from earthquakes? Well, first is bolting, which is attaching the wooden frame of your home directly to the concrete foundation so that the home doesn't slide off in shaking. And number 2 is cripple wall bracing, which is strengthening those short wooden walls in your crawl space by adding plywood sheathing. Without it, the home can tip over easily. And number 3 is the soft story retrofit. If you have living space over a garage, the garage opening is weak. The retrofit adds steel frames or wood shear walls to keep it from collapsing. Now, both bolting and wall bracing are under the EBB program, where the grant is up to $3,000 and plus a supplemental $7,000 if income qualified. The soft story retrofit is under ESS, which is Earthquake Soft Story program, where grant is up to $13,000. On average, these retrofits runs between $5,000 to $15,000, depending on the size of the home. So with a $3,000 grant plus up to $7,000 extra, if you qualify by income, the program can cover most or even all of the costs. Please note that you must be accepted before pulling permit or starting work. Any prior work isn't reimbursed. Now, if you are a buyer and your dream home happens to be sitting on an earthquake zone, don't panic. Here's how to think about it. If the home was built before 1980s and has raised foundation or cross space, that is exactly the type of home that the grant is designed for. You can use CRMP to cover most or even all of the retrofit costs after you buy. And if the home is built after 1980, you're in luck. California's building code were updated, and the most newer homes, especially those on concrete slab foundation, already have anchoring and bracing built in. That means they don't qualify for EBB grant anymore, but they also don't typically need it because they're much safer from the start. And if you are a seller, being able to say that your home has been retrofitted or that it was built to modern standard could be a big selling point. Buyers see that as a peace of mind, especially in earthquake zones in California. Here's how you check if you qualified. Go to California Residential Mitigation Program.com for general information about the program, and go to earthquakebracebow.com to check your eligibility and apply. Register online before October 1st deadline. I'll put a link in the video's description too. If you found this video useful, hit that like button, subscribe for more Bay Area and California real estate update. And if you have any real estate related questions, buying and selling in the Bay Area, feel free to reach out to me as well. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.